So I got asked about the history of the AGF, the American Grappling Federation. It's been put out there before, but it's been a while since me or my partner Chris Carlino have said anything about it. It's kind of a cool story. A lot of people don't realize that originally Chris stepped through my doors in like 2008, I think, to train jiu-jitsu. I was just south of Dallas, Texas, and he came in to train jiu-jitsu. Long story short, him and I ended up getting into partnership through several ventures. One of those was creating iPhone apps. We were one of the very first iPhone app companies to do jiu-jitsu instructional. So I would do the jiu-jitsu instruction. Chris, was able to create the app and get it approved and put onto the iTunes market. We eventually went to the Google Play market, but we stayed with iTunes, and we were trying to spam people to come to tournaments because eventually we did tournaments. We were just doing apps. Chris wasn't with me doing tournaments. I did a couple tournaments on my own, and then we had gone through the apps process, and we actually did online training like super early before other people were. And all props to Chris. He was a code writer, and he is a code writer, still does all the software development behind the scenes, the registration software. All that stuff is written by Chris. We don't outsource that at all. So I'm super proud to have Chris on that aspect inside of the company. So we were doing killer apps, right? It was like an evil Pac-Man head logo. It was pretty cool, but eventually we started growing our tournaments. We're in Oklahoma, we're in Louisiana, we're in Texas. We started having like big tournaments, I forgot what the number was, but we've cleared some high numbers. We got multiple day tournaments. I don't know if it's when we cleared 500 or 600. I'm not sure exactly when we switched the name and what the number was, but we decided we should rebrand ourselves as something more professional than Killer Apps. And so we rebranded as the American Grappling Federation, also known as AGF. And we really started to push it more and more. We branded it. We had our boy Dave Turton. He's an awesome guy. He's done our photos for a long time. He helped rebrand the company, and so we came out with a new logo. Our mats, our banners, our T-shirts, all that kind of stuff. Really helped to push the brand and change us from being Killer Apps to the American Grappling Federation. We've since pushed into foreign markets, into Europe, and we've pushed all over the United States. It's grown really well, and I'm super excited to keep pushing that. Right now the world's kind of a crazy place. Some places are open, some places are closed. We've had to cancel tournaments in places that wouldn't allow tournaments to happen. So some of those places are opening back up. So now we're moving back into places like the Northeast and Southwest and stuff like that. So I'm excited to be expanding again, and hopefully going back to Europe again as well soon. I owe flights from our national champions in America. I owe them their flights to go to compete in our European championships in Amsterdam. Need to go back over there and get that whole ball going, So I'm excited to really push it back over there. Flights are about to open up and able to do business in all those countries again. But here in the States, like I said, we're continuing to push. We were the first tournament back in the world when it came to coming back from COVID, okay? So I came back from COVID, I believe it was like June 10th, if I say that right, July 10th, I forget exactly the date. We were the first regular tournament to come back. You had some super fight type things like Fight to Win or those flow grappling type, like super fight type events. A couple of those came back because they were able to like hide off the spectators and that kind of stuff, but we were the regular tournament. We came back to the regular tournament. Thank God we were based out of Texas. Awesome people in Texas let us run tournaments earlier than other states that are still not open 18 months later. So we started coming back in Texas. We've gone full swing since then. I since moved over to Florida. My partner still lives in Texas, but either one of us can live anywhere in the world and operate the tournaments now. So that doesn't really play a factor. Chris is still in Dallas, Texas, and runs like that region around that. I would say like a 7-hour region around that. Focuses hardcore on growing it from behind the software side and grows it in his markets, of course. And now we have these badass AGF minions that are going out and promoting the tournaments in different cities. So it doesn't matter if they're old or young, man. We got people that love the brand that have been working for us for years, and they're going out to other cities and they're doing promotional tours. So hopefully you see one of those guys, treat them nice. They probably have worked for us for a long time. and are awesome grapplers. We don't send out any crappy grapplers to your gym. So we send out good guys, nice guys as well too, but people who've worked for us, they'll have answers for you, and that know the company and love the company. People can work for all the other tournaments in the industry. Our pay's all pretty much the same, right? Just depends on if I pay more for gas or this guy doesn't pay for gas and he pays for a hotel or he pays more dollar or not a hotel. Everyone's pretty much the same pay rate kind of in the industry, but there's a reason why people keep coming back to AGF. There's a reason why people love working for us, and there's a reason why people post positivity when they leave an AGF tournament. Usually when people leave a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament, they are tired of being there all day, they're a little bit pissed off, and they're angry at something. We tend to have positive posts, coaches saying this is awesome, people saying, dang, thanks for coming back to our community. So we've got people that love the brand that are gonna go out to new communities and preach that AGF is a solid, organized, run tournament. So I'm super excited that we're to that point as a company as well. We have people in different locations doing PR tours, and we also still do our internet advertising and mailers and that kind of stuff. But having people that believe in the company, that work in the company is really big. And not just because they get a paycheck, you know? Like other people can get a paycheck. I see people jump shit from other tournaments and it's always over a paycheck. It's never over the quality of life that they have while they work, you know? So I'm a combat veteran. You know, my partner Chris has lived the life of an Air Force brat, you know? So we come from service member type mentality and family. That's why we're red, white, and blue. That's why we're the American Grappling Federation. We believe in customer service and treating people decent. And you know, they gave me $100 of their money, and I'm supposed to provide that product. If I can't, then I'm gonna do my best to refund you or credit you or help you out. Not, you know, we don't try to act arrogant like you messed up for registering at this tournament. There's no one in your bracket. Like we can't control who signs up. So we definitely try to help people out and bring in good customer service. I'm super proud of that aspect of the company as well too. But most importantly, the development of AGF. We continue to listen to our people. If you ask coaches that come to AGF year after year, they're going to tell you that we've modified our rules to listen to our people. We have done things with surveys. We've made adjustments to make things more functional and a better time and experience for the spectators, for the coaches. Throw me that beanbag, dude. So we even came out with this idea. We got beanbags, right? So we got these beanbags. You got a blue one for a blue side, red for the red side, right? And coach can throw that out. Wants to challenge a call. So you got 2 coaches challenge per day. If you're wrong, we take one from you. If you don't, then you keep your challenge for the day, you know? So you can throw that in if you think the ref is completely wrong. And then there's video that is reviewed by a ref that didn't make that call. So it's not biased, and you know, it's either by a head ref or myself or something. I mean, we're trying to be innovative. We're trying to push the sport in a positive way. You know, yes, there's a dollar to be made in it, but we're not guys who just see a dollar only in it. We are Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts that train on a daily basis. Chris and I both train. We compete in our tournaments. We compete in other tournaments. Chris and I have both done AGF and Nagas and fight to win pros and all that kind of stuff. It's not just AGF, you know. We compete here more because we're here and it's a free registration and we're here every weekend at our own tournament. But, you know, we believe in the sport. We believe in the brand. We believe in the people. Thank you. I hope you keep coming back. I hope you guys can feel my appreciation in my words.